What's up, y'all? We back at it with another video for the Lanterns. We just got episode 2, and I gotta say, I actually enjoyed episode 2 more than I enjoyed episode 1. Not to say episode 1 was bad, it was really good, but I just feel like this episode was just so much better for me. I really enjoyed it, man. So, in this episode, we get a few things, and it's crazy because towards the end of the episode, it explains it better. But I was like a little upset with how you got Hal Jordan here. And don't get me wrong, I've seen it in the Justice League animated series as well as some of the comics, as well as some of the cartoons that came on like Cartoon Network as well, revolving around the Green Lantern. I just don't understand how Green Lanterns can make the mistake of forgetting their lantern. I just don't understand. Like, I feel like if I was a Green Lantern, my lantern would be on me at all times. Like, yo, like if it ain't on me, it's somewhere near I can get to. Cause you have it where at the beginning of this episode, Hal Ring is on the verge of dying. I think he got like maybe what 10 or 5% juice left. I like the fact that the ring actually tells you how much juice it has, but it's just like, okay, well, damn, go charge your ring. And he's like, oh man, my ring's all the way back home in a whole nother state. So he doesn't even have enough juice to fly home. So eventually he ends up sending your boy John to go get it. But in the process, he's trying to train John as well. And I don't know, John's a better person than me. Don't get me wrong, me as the viewer, I like Hal because he's hilarious. But like me looking at the shit he's putting John through, I don't think I could handle it. I don't think I got the patience for this type of shit. But you know what I'm saying? Like the way he's treating him. But anyway, you got it where he gives John the ring. He tells John to fly. Now, John trying to fly, he was unable to do so. But in the midst of thinking of how to fly, he created this bird right here. You have it where he takes the ring off and he gives the ring back to Hal, and you have this moment where the bird still remains, and you right here, and you have it where Hal himself is even shocked. He's looking like, oh shit. But he doesn't say anything. That's one of those things where I was like, why wouldn't he say nothing? The fact that he doesn't have the ring on, but the construct is still there. Yo, like his concentration must be on a whole nother level compared to, you know what I'm saying, Hal Jordan. Like that, I don't know, maybe that's I'm the only one who felt like that, but towards the end of the episode you do find out more. So it seems like your boy Hal didn't just want to acknowledge how great or how good John is with his constructs. But you have it where he takes the ring from him. Hal sees that the bird remains. You see that like you just seen, he's looking like, oh shit, this shit's still alive. And then you have it where he goes to give, saying John an even extra task once he sends him to go get his lantern. He's like, yo, make sure you don't lose your concentration. Keep the bird with you. If the bird disappears, you fail. So you have that happen, and while that's going on, you have it where Hal's investigating the area. He thinks it's more to it than meets the eye. Then you got it where he takes aliens, he grabs the alien bodies and take it to the game that took place in episode 1. And you see that those metal detectors aren't really metal detectors, they're alien detectors. At the same time, you got it where not Hal, but John makes it to, Hal's home, which is this big ass mansion, which, you would look at it and be like, damn, this dude making money being a Green Lantern. But turns out somebody he saved wanted to repay their debt, and so they bought him a house. And forgive me, it's getting late, but gave him the house as a reward. Now you have it where John is looking through for the lantern, and he comes across a couple of how uniform. Now I do like the idea of having having the uniform, but I really wish it was kind of like like the Justice League series, like Justice League and then Justice League Unlimited, where when they focus with their ring, the suit appears on them as opposed of it being an actual suit that they wear. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't want it to be CGI like the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern suit, but I would like it if it did appear on them in a way, similar to like, that movie as well as the animated series. But you have it where John sees the suit as well as grab the lantern, and in the midst of that, you have it where jumped by some aliens. Crazy thing is, I didn't even know these guys was alien. But while they were fighting John, I'm like, damn, the way these guys is moving in the truck, you would think they were had superpowers, but it turned out they were actually aliens. Whole time, John still got his construct, the bird flying around. You have it where at the same time, Hal is going to talk to the people at the ranch, and he's saying like, "Yo, something's up. You're hiding something on this land. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it." And they're telling how like, "Yo, if you step foot on the land, we're gonna shoot you." And it's crazy to see that these guys are talking shit like this to a Green Lantern. Like, I don't know, when I think of like the animated series and stuff like that, a lantern is something to be feared. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. My sleep catching up with me. But I feel like a lantern is something that should be feared. But you have it where these people, maybe because what they're hiding is something that's giving them that courage, where they feel like they could talk shit. But they're not even afraid of how. In fact, they do end up shooting how. Then you have it where we get back to John. The aliens are speaking to John, and they're saying they're in pursuit of the Manhunters. Now, it took a while for me to remember, but the Manhunters were actually in the animated series, and they they kind of look like, if I was to describe how they looked in the animated series, they kind of look like Kang from Marvel, in the cartoons or in the comics. But that's how they look to me. At least that's how I think they look like. But you have it where these aliens are talking about the Manhunters came before the Lanterns were there. Manhunters wiped out anything, with anything they deemed to be a threat, or what I'm saying, bad, or whatever the case may be. And you have it where most of them was destroyed, but there was one that survived and is hiding amongst the humans within that, what I'm saying, within the area that Hal is at. And they want John to go there, find out who is the Manhunter, and let them know. Otherwise, they're just going to blow up the whole area, and all those innocent people are going to be taken out. They also have some type of machine that they placed on Hal, where they made him bear witness to their memories of what took place on their planet, with the Manhunters wiping them all out. And it was very crazy. But you have it where, eventually John come back. He meets up with, what I'm saying, with Hal, gives him his lantern, and Hal charges his ring by saying the line that we all know all too well: "And brightest day and darkest light, no evil shall escape my light. All those who be evildoers, beware of Green Lantern's light." I'm probably butchering it, but something along those lines. I used to think that was a cold ass line growing. I mean, it's still cold as an adult, but yeah, you have it where that actually takes place right here, and then at the same time, you have it where John lets him aware of what just took place, and then and then Hal puts on the suit, and then he flies off in space. Now, I will say I would rather them have the actual green aura around them, but I guess, what I'm saying, I guess that would look kind of cheesy. But I don't know, him just flying off without the green aura, I don't know, it just don't feel the same to me. But anyway, you got it where he flies to a planet. I'm imagining, well, it's a prison of some sort. I'm guessing a prison made by the Lantern Corps. And you have it where he goes to speak to an individual, and the individual he goes to speak to is Celestial here. This guy has a great voice for Celestial. It actually feels like it just feels sinister. But you have it where he asks him like, "Yo, or what do you know about the Manhunters?" And Sinestro replies back by saying, "Not much, just that they're the second most dangerous thing out there." Then he goes to say, "Now tell me about John Stewart." So it really makes me wonder, is if John Stewart is supposed to be more than what's been led to, that's been told to us so far. Just be the fact that Sinestro knows about him, or is it that someone else told Sinestro about him? Very curious about that. But all in all, man, this was a very decent episode. I liked it. Like, it was good. I give this episode like a 10 out of 10 for me, just because how much better I think it was than the first episode. Like, I'm really liking how this is going to go. Now, am I liking it better than the Penguin? I can't say that, but those are two different type of shows. But I'm curious to hear y'all thoughts on this one down below. So let me know, and I'll catch y'all in the next one, man. Peace.